the most fabled, the most coveted coin in the Morgan Dollar series is the Carson City. Why? Because that mint made less than 3% of all of the Morgan Dollars made from 1878 all the way through, of course, the last year of issue is 2021. But if you add them all up, less than 3% were made out of Carson City. Next up, I have two dates for you to choose from. Not just one, but two. Carson Cities, everybody. Now, I referenced 1921. That was the last year of issue for the Morgan Dollar program in general. But Carson City, they only made them from 1878 through 1885, and then again in 1889 through 1893. Only 13 years out of the entire program, a series of the Morgan Silver Dollars. Notoriously difficult to find. Why? Because the building was small and they didn't make many coins. Like I referenced, only less than 3% of coins were made out of Carson City. Even if you look at all the mintage figures for all of them, New Orleans made 186 million coins, San Francisco 131 million coins, Philadelphia 305 million coins, and Carson City 13.8 million coins, again, less than 3%. Of course, Denver popped in there, but they made 20.3 million coins in that 1 year. So Carson City is coveted. It's got that Carson City mint mark at the reverse of the coin on the bottom there, above in D and O and dollar. So let's talk about the Morgan Dollar program in general. 1878 is when it started. They had that Comstock lode silver discovery in the late 1800s. They found all that silver out west. So they said, we need to do something with this silver. They petitioned Congress, they passed the Bland-Allison Act in 1878, and along comes the Morgan Silver Dollar. They made them in Carson City in 1878 through 1885. So this was that first run, 1880 and 1881. You're talking about the third lowest Carson City mintage and the second lowest, that one right there, 1881, in the entire Carson City family. For 1880, there were only 591,000 coins made. Isn't that incredible? 1881, only 296,000 made. So they have very, very, very low mintage figures when you compare them, especially to every other mint. In 1880, 12.6 million coins were made out of Philadelphia, 8.9 million, San Francisco, 5.3 million, New Orleans, of course, 591,000 Carson Cities. 1881, I'm going to throw just a few more numbers at you because it is important to know that these mintage figures are very, very low. They only made 296,000 there in Carson City. Philadelphia, 9.1 million. San Francisco, 12.7 million. And New Orleans, 5.7 million. They're 30 times rarer than the Philadelphia mint. Folks, that's 43 times rarer than the San Francisco. Isn't that absolutely incredible that so few coins are out there, and we have them available tonight at phenomenal prices. $299.95 for the 1880. Our competition, they're at $715 for the 1880. And that 1881 right there, $499.95, is a very special price because our competition, if you look, they're at over $1,100. Now, I mentioned the mintage figures and how they're incredibly low. So that is a first point, but the second point is really population reports. And we always talk about population reports because that gives us a real actual physical number to really just dig into the information on. So let's talk about what that means. NGC PCGS, every coin that they have brought in their doors since they opened mid to late 80s, they put on what they call a census report. So in 1880, for that year 1880, since the mid to late 80s, for both of those two companies combined, they've only seen 39,487 of 1880 Carson City Morgans in any condition. That is all grades. That's a very, very low number. In 1881, you're looking at just 57,852. Again, very, very rare. Both of these, not only are they the coveted Carson Cities, they're in beautiful, hand-selected, quality, circulated condition. We pick the best of the best for you folks. A lot of times we go through coins at these shows, and I will tell you right now, coin after coin, we see a Carson City, you flip it over, and you're like, wow, that's nasty. It has like rim dings or these terrible marks on it. Both of these dates and all of the coins we've selected for this, homogeneous obverse and reverse, meaning no heavy toning, no rim dings, etc. we selected the best for you folks. So avccoins.com, thank you. They just popped that up because we want to just remind you that you can shop online when those phones are busy or 24/7. These two, though, I like to just remind you that when you put these in your cart, and we only have a handful or so of each one, and once they sell out, if somebody calls while it's in your cart, it deducts the inventory availability. So if it sells out while it's in your cart and you go to checkout, your checkout process will not work. So I suggest you push through that checkout, secure your order number, and then come back to the show. You could always add to it by calling us back. But of course, give us a call. 866-518-5933 is the phone number. We love to hear from you and talk to you. These are those coveted Carson Cities, the Wild West coins. We found these silver out in the Comstock lode out west, and they made this series from that silver, and it started in 1878. These are those Wild West silver dollars. 905-11025 is the item number for that 1880. That's the one you're looking at right there. They come in these beautiful, we call them the Defender holder. It's like a slab, a certification slab, but you can open them if you really try, but they're sealed so nice to kind of protect and store these coins in this condition. And each one has its beautiful label so you can see what the year is. Absolutely stunning. Folks, we're talking low mintage, low populations, and what's incredible about the population report, they're even low considering the GSA sale. Even with the GSA sale, these coins have low populations. So that's what makes them just even more special. $499.95 on that one right there, not $1,125. If you try to find an uncirculated coin for the 1881, it'll run you about $1,300. Isn't that crazy? And the 1880, about $1,375 as well for an uncirculated coin. Our competition wants $715 for that coin right there in the same grade. I have to say ours are nicer, but you know, you be the judge. 1880, 1881, right in the middle of the Carson Cities. Folks, I do want to put a 30-second clock up at this point. Carson City, the most popular Morgans are from the Carson City Mint because so few were made. Only 13 years, less than 3% of all Morgans were made out of the Carson City Mint. These are special, low mintage, low population. You can't beat the price. You will not find a better price out there than us here with AVC. $299.95 on the 1880, not $700. And for the 1881, $499, not $1,100. Folks, we're going to move on. Hang on to those phones. Process at checkout. Let's see what's next.